this is who you're transforming, okay? The light comes from within. The light comes from within, all right? Allow your experiences to inform your decisions. You are tapped into that intuition, to that inner knowledge, to that high priestess, to the moon, okay? Judgment, answering the wake-up call. The Page of Cups is here because whatever this is that emotionally fulfills you, that makes you feel happy and joy, it's coming, that nudge is coming from Pluto. It's asking you to answer the wake-up call. Hi Scorpios, welcome to Modern Maven Tarot. I'm Andrea Elizabeth, and whenever this tarot reading shows up on your timeline, this message is for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Quick messages that came out while I was clearing your cards. There is a spark within you, and I think you actually got this message last week. There is a spark within you that is trying to express itself, and it's related to any guilt, shame, or fear that holds us back from expressing that. But it has really, really big potential to allow you to charge forward, okay? So if you have been resisting something that you know deep down inside you're meant to express, you are a creative sign, we water signs, we know how to express our creativity through our emotions. This is ruled by Cancer. Big momentum, big change, big potential, but it takes some inner flame within you, within your inner child that wants to be expressed, and we need to allow ourselves to release it. And like I said, there's something or someone that we see projecting guilt, shame, or fear. But again, like, we can't allow other people's perception of ourselves to hold us back anymore. Yeah, we need to see, and if it's something too, it's this idea of like, you might do it and then it's like, oh my God, I'm not getting the results I expected. Through trial and error, you're going to get to where you want to be. All right. There's a Saturn lesson here, a karmic completion when it comes to our blocks, our limitations, our fears. And for us water signs, a lot of that too, it comes from the power of patience. It comes from like wanting the results now because we see it, we can feel it, you know, we can touch it, and we just want it here now. But sometimes we have to play with the energies of earth energy, that patience, that grounding, okay, and bring it down to earth. We have to have, thank you, the patience. And the shadow energy of victimhood, this is also strong energy for us. This is Mars and Scorpio, how we assert ourselves, how we don't want to be the victim energy of, you know, feeling like, well, I can't try this again because this is what happened last time. But the patience and confidence of knowing like, these dreams I'm bringing down into earth, all right? You are bringing your dreams down into earth, but it takes shadow work. It takes accepting what has happened and then incorporating the lessons learned from that. And then you just keep building day and day, all right? It's a process. So let's see what we got going on for Scorpios. Again, Scorpios, thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to hit that like button, comment if it resonates or if you have a question, and subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot. You can't focus on what has happened. You just have to focus on the potential. There's something you're excited about. It's bringing a lot of emotional fulfillment, and it's related to Pluto. So remember, Pluto and Aquarius, personally and collectively, we're all being asked to transform in some way. See what sign rules Pluto in your chart. See what house Pluto is in your chart, because that can give an indication of where in your life this transformation is taking place. Oh, wow. Definitely a lot related to your emotions. Okay. Last week's energy coming into this week is the moon. This is your intuition. This is your imagination, your subconscious. So like I said, also your dreams might have some answers for you. If you've been having some pretty interesting dreams, write them down, look them up. I had an amazing dream with my daughter, and it involved oranges. So I had to look up what oranges meant. And it was an amazing message that confirmed to me my biggest dreams that have to do with me and my daughter traveling. So it was a very exciting energy. But the moon, your subconscious, it's ruled by Pisces, but there's also Cancer energy in here. there's something nudging at you, like I said, that is asking you to express, that's asking you to bare yourself completely. And that's where that guilt, shame, and fear comes from. Like completely expressing ourselves from the depths of our soul, and being vulnerable. You know, that it can be uncomfortable. All right. It make us scared of fear, shame, guilt, and embarrassment. Page of Cups, though, allowing yourself to simply enjoy life. The pages are kids in your life. So it could be a child in your life that's bringing some sort of like feeling of emotional renewal, a new, you know, like if you're having a child, some sort of emotional renewal. But I always associate this with your inner child. So even if it is like, let's say you're pregnant and you're having a child, and that emotional fulfillment, it comes from healing something from your inner child as well, okay? But you have to allow yourself to enjoy the simple pleasures in life. You have to allow yourself to connect to the child who's just going to express itself, regardless of what other people say. It could actually stem too from some guilt, shame, or embarrassment from childhood that has prevented you from expressing your emotions without guilt, shame, or fear, okay? Next week's energy, though, 2 of Coins. So this is the acceptance of this, and this is a passion project. So the 2 of Coins is the idea of multitasking, of balancing 2 jobs, but being in the flow and riding the wave of change. So it is going to take change. There is going to be a time where you might be, you know, working overtime, if you will, because when you get home from your job, the first thing you're doing, you're not having any distractions. You're just focusing on that passion project. There is expansion with Capricorn energy. This is ruled by Jupiter and Capricorn. There is expansion that comes from the discipline it takes to allow your dreams to come to fruition. But if you are determined and you are in the flow, you are going to achieve whatever you put your mind to. This is also interesting too, because I feel like this Page of Cups becomes this 2 of Coins, the person in this 2 of Coins energy. Very cool. All right, so let's clarify this moon energy. Why is the moon here for Scorpios? Ooh. Very cool. Okay, Knight of Swords. This moon energy, like I said, there's something nudging at you. The Knights are impulsive. Okay, they're impulsive, like teenager energy. And the Knight of Swords is this idea of standing up for what you believe in, a need for justice, a need for things to come back into what's right and balance. Again, balance. There's so much related to balance in your life, but there's freedom and clearing, but again, transformation. Hawks are an indication of transformation. So with what we are standing up, we want to transform something in our lives or within ourselves. And it's something, like I said, that our subconscious, our intuition is telling us we know what this Knight of Swords indicates. So let's clarify the Page of Cups. Why is the Page of Cups here? All right, why is the Page of Cups here for Scorpio? Look what's here too. Oh, hi. Oh, Judgment. I love this. Okay, Queen of Swords. This is who you're transforming, okay? The light comes from within. The light comes from within, all right? Allow your experiences to inform your decisions. You are tapped into that intuition, to that inner knowledge, to that high priestess, to the moon. Okay, Judgment, answering the wake-up call. The Page of Cups is here because whatever this is that emotionally fulfills you, that makes you feel happy and joy, it's coming, that nudge is coming from Pluto. It's asking you to answer the wake-up call. Liberation, rebirth, renewal, okay? And Judgment, remember, there's a fear of judgment. That fear keeps us trapped here. That fear keeps us trapped from expressing whatever this is. Answer that wake-up call. Liberate yourself, okay? All right, 2 of Coins. Why is the 2 of Coins here next week for Scorpios? Answer that wake-up call. Do not let what other people think prevent you from expressing yourself the way you want to express yourself. Oh, hi. This is a karmic completion. Like I said, when we learn this lesson, when we answer the wake-up call, we can close that book on whatever that karmic lesson is, all right? Feeling your place in the universe. You're going to feel so liberated from this, okay, Scorpios? You're going to notice a lot of synchronicities too. So when you do open yourself up to whatever it is that really brings you that joy and that simple pleasure, you're going to start noticing like number synchronicities, songs playing on the radio, or when you walk into a grocery store, like those kind of synchronicities. But this fulfillment and the success, it comes from taking that mask off. It comes from liberating yourself and not being ashamed to express that inner child, allowing that inner child to express itself exactly how it wants to express itself from a healed shadow, mind you, okay? It can't be out of fear. It can't be, do the shadow work journal, okay? That's all I'm going to say about that. All right. It's in my link tree. Okay, empowering question for Scorpios. What empowering question for Scorpios is going to help them answer that wake-up call, liberate themselves? Okay. Very cool. What kind of advice on life would my old self give to my current self? So I think that has to do what I said about if there's something that prevented you from expressing yourself, like you got embarrassed, somebody laughed at you. Like, let's say, you know, you love to paint and somebody's like, oh my God, that's awful. You know what I mean? And it made you stop painting. If you love to sing and somebody laughed at you, there's something here where I feel like it stunted this artistic, creative expression in some way. Okay. And so you have to go back to the person you were before this happened. It could have been in childhood. It could have been in adolescence. It could have been, you know, when in your early adulthood. It could even be later in life, but there's something where I just feel like something or someone made you feel guilt, shame, or fear about the way you express yourself. And you're meant to liberate yourself from that. Remember, this is the more of us that can personally liberate ourselves, the more the collective will be liberated as well. So see it as your collective responsibility to do that internal work, to free yourself from anything that holds you back from love and creativity and expression, because the more of us that individually do it, the more the collective will see that in the collective, and other people will have that liberation as well. Okay, that's where the true liberation comes from. So let's see what archetypal energy is affecting Scorpios. This can be you or somebody else in your life. The most important part of this card is that you remember that you, Scorpio, are the hero of your own journey, okay? What archetypal energy is affecting Scorpio this week? All right. Femme Fatale. I think you might have actually gotten this before. Light attributes highlights the erotic energy of feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. Shadow attributes, inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money, and power. So here's where I think that guilt, shame, and fear comes from. Perhaps what you do and how you want to express yourself is related to this femme fatale. You know, let's say even like if it's you want to be an actress, or what is that, like a cabaret dancer. Do you know what I mean? And that, ooh, that's risque, and there's shame, and there's, you know, embarrassment in that. I don't know, whatever it is, but this is where I feel that guilt, shame, and fear is coming from, is the attachment to this archetypal energy. All right, so let's get a clarifier, and then we will close this out. Again, Scorpios, thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Comment if it resonates in a certain way, or if you have a question. That really does boost the algorithm when you comment, and share with somebody who you think needs to hear this message, okay? All right, clarifier for Scorpios this week. Can I get a clarifier for Scorpios? Amazing. Okay, the Star. Wishing everything you've ever wanted. Being reborn, all right, following your bliss. This card asks you, follow your bliss. This is ruled by Aquarius, all right? The Aquarian age, Pluto and Aquarius, is asking you to shed yourself from guilt, shame, and fear. 5 of Swords. It takes boundaries, all right? Working on boundaries, working on self-love, and knowing that it's okay to walk away from situations and people that no longer serve you. 3 of Swords. The heart teaches the mind, okay? Your heart has so many messages, and like I feel like that expression, it comes from expressing this. That's the thing. Our superpower as water signs is our emotions, and how we can express those emotions with the world, because through our emotions we connect to everybody. So whatever it is, like I said, creatively that you're meant to express, I did not even see that. Hi, the moon. Your imagination, your intuition is on point, Scorpios, all right? Bask in that. Do not let that shadow energy prevent you from expressing yourself, your intuition, your imagination in some way, okay? As always, Scorpio, shine your inner light. You've got this.